Through the start-finish line, I'll have 7 laps remaining, 3,000 metres men's steeple. Our 3 medalists from last year, all present. Discombe, who we've just seen make his way towards the front, took out gold, the reigning champion. Craig Appleby of Knox, who's just slowly making his way round into that leading group of 3. He took out silver last year. And Mark Kirwan of Melbourne University, who's just latched on to make it a leading group of 5. Took out a bronze medal at last year's championship. So we look to the Commonwealth Games qualifying standards. 8:20 is the A standard, 8:35 is the B standard. The A standard indeed is quite the tough task. The Victorian record, in fact, just sits 3 seconds inside that A standard mark. So just as an indicator of the calibre of performance our athletes will be required to provide to post an A standard in the 3,000 metre steeple. Our Victorian record 8:16.22 held by Sean Crichton of Ballarat YCW Club. Indeed, that's also the national record mark, I believe. So Discombe, Appleby, we see Kirwan now moving up into 3rd place from Melbourne University. Shake of Williamstown. And indeed the Deakin athlete and Walter Lawrence. That comprises our group of 5 on the track. Back to Matthew Newton and Patrick Matthews in 6th and 7th. 6 laps remaining in this 3,000 metre steeple final. We're going to pick them up through 1,000 metres. So up the home stretch, they'll collect 5 laps remaining when they move through the start-finish area. And we've started with a group of 5, now back to 4. Discombe, Appleby on the front. Discombe in the green and white of Ringwood. Appleby the blue of Knox. Mark Kirwan, bronze medalist last year in the white, to his inside in 3rd. And Walters there of Deakin makes it a group of 4. So inside about 3 minutes through the first 1,000 metres, about 2:48. Back to Shake in 5th place, who was part of that leading group initially, has dropped back. So you can just start to see the front end of the field. It's now a group of 3, and it's our medalists from last year in Appleby, Discombe and Kirwan that are still present. Discombe, the reigning champion, in 2nd place, now just facing the challenge here from Kirwan in the white at Melbourne University. That's Appleby. He's looking to try and turn a silver into a gold. Appleby in the blue of Knox at the front of the field. Kirwan the white, Melbourne University. And the green and white of Ringwood in Discombe in 3rd place. So Appleby just starting to turn up the speed at the front of the field. Discombe just lagging slightly off the back of that leading group of 2. And he was right there with them at the water jump. And that gap's opened up to the best part of 10 metres between Appleby and Kirwan. Back to Discombe now in 3rd place. And the reigning champion's got a bit of work to do. He's still got 3 laps to do it in. There's a gap, significant gap back now to 4th place in Walters of Deakin. Further back there to the Essendon athlete in Miller. Now he'll shortly be joined by Collingwood's Matthew Newton. So 600 metres from home in this 3,000 metre steeple final. Still Appleby, Kirwan, the battle in 2 at the front end of the field. Last time they met on this track, it was the state final last year. And it was Appleby that had the advantage on that occasion, 7 seconds the better of Kirwan. And they'll move their way into the home stretch and start to move through the back markers. He goes past Jacob Barnes there of the Collingwood club. Discombe, the reigning champion, in trouble. He's holding down 3rd place, but gap significantly back from our leading duo on the track. So Kirwan now holding his gap to Appleby at the front of the field. As the bell goes, it's Appleby, silver medalist last year, Kirwan, the bronze medalist, and in the box seat to improve that in 2014. It's been Appleby since the 1,000 metre mark that's led the race. Kirwan's been content to sit in. We're going to see with 200 metres to go whether it's Appleby that can stretch off the front or whether Kirwan's going to find a kick to get him home. So 200 metres left to travel. Appleby, Kirwan, the battle in 2 as we see Discombe in the middle of the back straight, have enough time to look around. He's got the bronze medal sewn up as we see 4th place in Walters move through the start-finish line with Miller starting to peg back round on him. And it's Appleby that stretches out across the water jump, has the advantage just to Kirwan into the home stretch now. 1 barrier remaining. really starting to wind towards the line. Kirwan, the gap looks like it'll be too much as Craig Appleby turns a silver medal in 2013 into gold in 2014 in the men's open steeple. Kirwan in a second. Discombe, he's got a little ways to go, but Chris Discombe, a bronze medal in 2014, will make his way down to the line as we see the time for Appleby. 9:08.31 unofficial. Discombe into the bronze medal as the men's 3,000 metre steeple.